Hello, humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. Before I got going to work, I wanted to tell you there is proof of life. There is proof of life. By the way, you guys are welcome for the free business analysis and free consultations that I did. Here's proof of life, right? This is what I'm talking about. There is a shipping right? Confirmation here of Iconic Arcade. They left the factory. We couldn't get pictures of the things being built, but at least we know there's a shipment, right? They left the facility. At least that's what this paperwork says. Now, what's interesting here, guys, is why is this being done on on the Reddit? Why isn't somebody announcing this? This was not hard to do. I mean, this was easy to do. We still don't have any pictures of them, but at least we have a shipping confirmation. For those of you holding that pre-order out there, and one of the things that is really concerning, about the communications with these companies, it's so amateurish. Like anybody could have done this, guys. Anybody could have done this, at any time. They choose to do it now. They don't ship them when they're supposed to. There's no communication, right? There's no announcements. The people in charge are not being forward with what's going on. Now this, we still haven't seen the user interface, but you have to imagine. Look, if they put them in a container, they have to be done, right? Unless there's going to be some sort of update, who knows? But it'd be crazy to put them in a container if you're not done with the cabinets. So at this point, they are what they're going to be, and they're going to be here whenever they get here, and you can track them. They went the extra mile here and did everything that we were asking for, right? They were watching that video pissed going, what is this guy? What is he doing? Why is he, getting into these things and whatever? Because, you can track the container via this website, guys. You can go to the Iconic Arcade Reddit. You put in your container number, right? And it's a MERS container. There's pretty standard container out there, one of the biggest companies. So it's coming. It's coming. It's coming out of China. It left Yantian, China, right? Gate out empty truck on 2/8/2026. So it's out there. What are people going to get? That I couldn't tell you, right? But I just wanted to give you the breaking news, right? And hopefully these companies will start doing this kind of stuff. It shouldn't take YouTubers like me to tell you, hey, this is what you're supposed to do by your customers, especially if you're late. Not be announcing it, on live streams or whatever. Make official statements. Say it with your chest, right? What are these people going to get? I guess that's the other part of the story, right? But at least these people are getting something rather than nothing. Whatever's in these containers is what they're going to get, and I can't wait to see what they're going to open up, right? And hopefully they're happy with their product and they deliver what they said they were going to deliver. I don't know what the changes are. I never got to see them. I don't know if you guys, anybody's, has pictures of what they're eventually going to look like after the cease and desist. What changes did Arcade One Up force on them? That whole side of the story has been very, very, hidden, and it shouldn't be. There's a huge mistake on their part not to lean into that, right? As far as PR and say, look, we had to stop it. You shouldn't have to wait till that guy that was confused about user interface to address that point. You could have addressed it very early and say, hey guys, look, we're going to need more time, and I can't tell you how much. Right? At least that's what I would have done. We're in a legal battle. When it comes to courts, anybody can understand that there is no timeline for that, right? If somebody is threatening to sue you, there is no timeline, right? So you have to do whatever you need to do in order to get your house in order. And that should have been a communication right there, guys. Hey, we need to hit pause on this. It could be 6 months. It could be 8 months. It could be a year. We don't know. But we're going to be delayed. And once we have, once we have the okay to move forward, we will let you know that these cabinets are on the factory floor being produced, right? We've made the changes, we made the revisions to all the blueprints. We've registered these patents now. They're okay. These are on the up and up. They're not using anything that we could be, potentially sued for. Whatever explanation you want to put out there, whatever your legal department allows you to do, you can put out there. But you're in that communication. And it's surprising to me that anybody, really anybody with a business degree, doesn't know this, because they teach you this in school. I mean, it's part of what they're grilling you in school. I mean, your tests are all like, customer communication. You communicate with all of the stakeholders, make sure the team's all in line. Project management, this and that and the other. Why doesn't it happen here? I mean, it's the quality of work, guys. I mean, there's no other way to say it, but the people executing the plan are just don't have the talent to do it properly, obviously, right? Or customers wouldn't be unhappy, or and if you want to say no, they're doing a great job, no, they're not. They are not, because let me tell you what, when you're investing in a project, if you're an investor, for example, in something like this, you don't want to lose money. That's the number one rule, right? An investment. It's not to make money. It's not to lose money, right? And all these people that are getting these cabinets are already getting a $150 discount on top of getting more games. So you lost money there, right? You didn't make as much money as you could have because you have a willing public, right? You have a whole army of people that are happy to give you their money with an unlimited timeline. Here's $500. Here's $600. You make these cabinets whenever you want to make them. You ship them whenever you want to ship them. This is an interest-free loan, yada, yada, yada. So, I mean, how can you... That's the easiest dunk that you can make, right? If you would have done things right, if you would have communicated with the customers, I would have played into that. Listen, guys, we got this legal action going on. We can't afford to give any discounts. I would love to, but I don't know how much this is going to cost. I mean, that, straight up, as a businessman, I'm telling you, this is what you should have done to keep in touch with your public, keep them on your side, have them understand the issues that you're going through. As a business person, I would say, hey, wait a minute, your risk analysis was crap, right? But whatever. But to the layperson, they're not going to be thinking that. They're going to be thinking, okay, they're going through challenges. I understand that. But, I'm interested in supporting the company. I'm interested in supporting John D., whatever. And you wouldn't have to give anything up. But it was a lack of communication and poor handling cost this company money, right? So right now, they're not making as much money. And I don't know if they're going to make any money, to tell you the truth, with all the cancellations, with the refunds and everything else. It's not going to be as good as an investment as it could have been in the beginning. Let's just put it that way. But at least people are getting their cabinets now. Can't wait to look at them. I got to see the UI, right? The Street Fighter Alpha 2 looks good. I mean, that's a good design. I don't like the other one. I really don't. But it's all to what's inside, right? What's inside that cabinet? How is it going to play? Those are the things that I think a lot of people are waiting for. All right, humans, just wanted to give you a quick update. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.